Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda. Off here to a glorious 1v1 on Twin Beaches. And in the south, we have Bad Ash, the baddest of ashes. Fighting here for the German army, Deutschland, here with the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division. In the north, standing against them are the British forces on the 7th Armoured Division, the Desert Rats, ready to crush the German forces and push onwards towards Rome under the command of Ohmygod123. We got a double sapper start here. We got a Kettenkrad out there for Bad Ash. Double sappers rushing out there to secure as much terrain as they can for the glory of the Commonwealth. In the south, the Kettenkrad pushes ahead here across the sandy beaches of Italy. And we got in meaty choice. It is the British Armoured Battle Group here from Ohmygod. Opening up for such things as the Crusader anti-aircraft tank, the Black Prince, or the Churchill Mark IV infantry tank, plus of course a variety of supporting elements. So should be a potentially spicy match if things get that far. Section right about down there for Ohmygod. The South Kettenkrad pushes forwards. Grenadiers advancing on the centre here for the German army, still advancing, and up north the Pioneers are on their own little lonesome quest. Southern victory point seized here. We got the sappers rushing forwards, laying down sandbags as they go. Might have been a slight misordering here by Ohmygod. Or perhaps he's planning to first secure the fuel point, then the victory point. In which case this does kind of make sense. We'll have to see. Might see the first engagement around the sim. We got sandbags and barbed wire around the munitions point here by the coastal town. Second section of Ohmygod. First shots fired. Jürgen taking a fresh peppering there of the Enfield shots. Leaving him already in a precarious state. British force moving forwards. Grenadiers here waiting for the British third right before opening up there with their bolt action rifles. There we go, he moves up towards the victory point there, so I guess that was the plan after all. Further up north here, Sam's going to advance to the northern fuel point. Second section almost done. The south side, Kettenkrad advances swiftly, and we got Bad Ash's MG42 arriving here to spray the sections there with a good old helping of German lead. Otto, some Maschinengewehr! You have some British over there, and I want some dead. At least fishing saver dead. Whatever happens first. In the south there, Kettenkrad sort of waiting a bit of orders there. Sappers pouring forward with their Sten gun Mark IIs. There's a total of 3 types of Sten guns. It's also the Mark II, the Mark III, and the Mark V. Of which the Mark II and the Mark V also had the silenced version, known as the Mark either 2 or 5S. There was technically also Mark IV that was meant to be sort of developed for the paratroopers, but that got scrapped, and the Mark V took over that role. So, little fun fact there. Sappers pushing northwards here, section covering the fuel point here. Clearly anticipating that Bad Ash will make a move in the fuel point. Bad Ash, though, so far is not showing much eagerness there. He's got Grenadiers putting out. In fact, Bad Ash is spreading out his forces very thinly now. We got the Grenadiers heading each in their directions, head northwards. Meanwhile, the infantry been sent southwards to cover some fuel points. This is actually a bit risky for Bad Ash. Thankfully for him, though, Ohmygod has kind of left himself all a bit strung out. And, okay, they popped to the buildings like, just wait, where did they go on the minimap? Did they just get wiped? And we got the Vickers machine gun out here for Ohmygod. Sappers there making incredibly short work there of Bad Ash's Pioneers. Force north there, Kettenkrad going for the car pond. Vickers should be able to deal with that. Kettenkrad there, I think, moves forwards here. Oh yeah, try and clear out there the arc of fire. Sneaky play here by Bad Ash. And then moves in with the Kettenkrad here, that of course might be caught. No, looks like it's going to dodge here. Ohmygod attempt to wreck the Kettenkrad. Some smooth operating here by Bad Ash. Vickers opening Grenadiers here. Forcing the Grenadiers out up north here. We got MP40 Grenadiers. So Bad Ash has gone for breakthrough. Certainly a popular pick amongst Valorant players at the moment. And again, it's only one I expect to get nerfed in the upcoming patch. We got the Sappers of the Grenadiers here. Sappers are forced back here. More Grenadiers around here for Bad Ash with more MP40s on the way there. More troops running on the northern fuel point here. As the south continues a bit of skirmish, the machine guns kind of been forgotten there. Push forward to the Grenadiers. Actually really low on health. Of course, he's got the other Grenadier squad nearby to immediately merge with it. That's only like one of those advantages you can sort of do in the early game. Of course, in this case, we also got the officer quarters. So he's definitely leading in hard here. That of course means his troops are now all veterans, one from both the headquarters and the infantry company there. May want to, of course, heal these chaps up while they're trying to grab the fuel point. Meanwhile, here we got heavy firing there. Grenadiers are being absolutely shredded by the Vickers. While it doesn't have as much damage as, say, the MG42, it does compensate by just having a higher DPS, so it can actually be more dangerous in some regards, leaving units out in front of the Vickers for longer. Plus, it's much, in that sense, better versus units in heavy cover as well, as it just does more damage automatically to them. In the southeast, Sappers forced away here. Grenadiers pushing in, there we go, forcing the Vickers to retreat here. Oh my god, definitely not taking any chances as Badash. Back to him. So 3 Grenadiers, 1 MG42 plus the cannon crowd, and of course the officer quarters. Got the Panzer Company up here, so far fairly standard for now. A Wehrmacht built order. We got the Ohmygod's field infirmary up here. And of course we also got the platoon command post. Could go for a Humber here, could also go for the Steward. He may also of course just use it as a stepping stone and push fast as possible there for the company command post and tanks and foot guards. In this regard he does have several options to consider versus Badash and the 15th Panzer Grenadier. Show me got mines being laid down here at Badash. They should mean this one field sick. Then technically can lay down other mines like the DM16 Trip Flare. It's just no one really uses it. But it is technically an option available to the Kettenkrad. Saps their force to fall back. Nope, he actually withdraws to unit before start taking losses, realizing, you know, they aren't going to take losses and not going to be much combat worth here. Oh my god, I think makes the very savvy decision, not division, to just withdraw the sappers and avoid the losses entirely. Just heal them up and you preserve manpower. Thumbs up to Oh my god. And those are the sort of smaller but sharp decisions that can really help, you know, pay off in the longer run there. We got a pack 40 here for Badash from his Panzer Grenadier Company. Clearly concerned about getting hit by a fast Humber, fast Steward, or maybe, you know, the Crusader anti-aircraft tank. Because while Armoured isn't as popular as, you know, Indian Artillery, which is easily the most popular British battle group at the moment, it does nonetheless see a fair amount of usage with some players. At which point you certainly, you know, gotta keep in mind that possibility of the fast Crusader anti-aircraft tank coming straight down at you. So this does make sense here for Badash, go for the Pack 40 just in case, particularly since I don't believe he has the support elements up and thus can't easily say push for the Stuke 3G. South German forces moving forward here, British forces of the 7th Armoured being a bit scattered all over the place here, Grenadiers with the sections, another push forwards for the hill here by Oh my god. Might make more progress in the south at this point, to be honest, but he's really intent on the north side, which does tend to be a fairly common occurrence in this map. South's moving up for Vickers support here, pushing up the centre. Grenadiers are going. Ooh, we even got Otter there on the wrong side of the cover there. There we go, he quickly dropped dead. Got the MP4s on the way here, but now we got the Saps up close, plus the Vickers here. I do feel like that spells a spell to retreat for the Grenadiers. There we go, meanwhile up here, Grenadier assault here, doing a lot of damage to this section. And they will have to withdraw here. They're already low on health here. They've engaged from themselves sides here. Oh dear, oh my god, he could suffer a wipe. He's not careful and certainly shout out his own username there. Far south, MG4's got the southern fuel point. We do have a mine here from OMG, but not quite seized. I'll sit upon there. We got Panzers on the way there for Badash as well. Very good. Northern point being seized. Dodge the mine here. So far, Badash, though, is looking off to a pretty good bit of map control here. Also worth knowing, we do have a second Vickers out here for OMG, but wasn't able to spot the MG42 and thus deal with it. Very lucky there for Badash. Panzer is moving forward there for the Fastland. Back at base, we got reinforcement and we got the healing on the way as well here for Badash. Very good. Thumbs up, flanking here the MG42. Also going to cause spot for the Vickers. And there's also the chance he might now retreat into the mine. You know, he sets up the machine at the wrong time, or maybe it just wasn't set up. Can't have time to time, but there you go. Vickers there. Sappers. Possibly going to mine here. This could get very explosive. And there we go. Didn't have as many losses and as much damage as it could have. Bit of luck there for Badash. North here. Men moving forward here and forcing back the Sappers again. OMG there, of course, reading the engagement quite well and realizing it's just going to be a waste of manpower and free medals for the Panzer Grenadiers. And now we should give to you a medal for smashing English troops who can't really resist you. The Team Biscuits medal. We have that medal? Yeah. Zafira came up with it after Dunkirk.
Rapid production protocols are in effect.
Northern point there. Victory points wise, it's fairly close between the two sides. So yeah, he's rushing ahead here. Might be getting some foot guts out faster, a fast Crusader, or the Crusader anti-aircraft tank, who knows. Got the MP40 Grenadiers. We do have a Bren gun up here for OMG here. Opening up for more firepower the Grenadiers. In the center we got the Vickers here holding my Grenadier assault and absolutely wrecking here the Grenadiers there, doing a fair amount of damage. Even as they're suppressed, they still take a lot of damage due to the high DPS of it. Pinned down, will need to retreat here. We got a veterans on the Vickers too here. A lot of fighting. Panzer's going to flank up north here against OMG's northern positions. And there we go, another Grenadiers got this time around on the flank here. Very good. And we see here the centre north positions of the British forces are collapsing here like a house of cards in an earthquake zone. Or pinball machine, I guess, on it. Saps pushing south at sea. Vickers there remaining a bit static. Grenadiers rushing forwards. Vickers trying to set up for new line of defence here instead. Makes yourself an easy target for bomb grenades. And we got foot guards out here for OMG. Vickers wiped. Foot guards still counterattacking with the Thompsons, the light gun bombs, and of course their British spirit. And there you go. Grenadiers in fact quickly wiped out. This could be a massive turnaround. There we go. Wipe the Grenadiers. Quite a blow here to Badash, and almost got the Panzer Grenadiers too. And of course the foot guards immediately reached Veterans Rewind thanks to that. So that was definitely not too shabby here for OMG. And might actually allow them to sort of, shall we say, surge more to the battlefield. We might also see the Crusader anti-aircraft tank soon. Of course, at this stage, you might as well just go for the regular Crusader. Got machine guns here, we got the packs here. And of course, with the foot guards out, Badash is now more than aware that he's up. Of course, his opponent's already got like the company command post up, so he's definitely like more mindful of tanks. Like a base here, no support elements. Instead, we got the Panzer company out for Badash. He is rushing for the Panzers himself. That's a Sturmgeschütze. Mines here from Badash. And we also got the communications cables upgrade here. We got a load of brand fire here, rifle fire against the MP40 Grenadiers here. Sapper setting up, foot guards in the move as well here. Southern point being seized that the German forces at Badash, of course, looking to make progress somewhere, even if in the north is definitely starting to experience some difficulties. Sam's advancing here, Sten guns hosing away. Got the foot guards coming under fire here from the MD-42, but they do almost get past the anchor fire there. Vickers moving up here, frontally. Foot guards screaming they're pinned down. Pioneer there with the minesweepers. Vickers setting up, picking up an MD-42, south side, not much response here. And we do get a Crusader tank here for OMG. The MG-42 being pushed back by the Vickers machine gun up north here. Fighting for the fuel point continues as Badash feeds fresh troops there into the fight with the Panzergrenadiere und der Sturmgewehre. Vickers moving forwards. Pack, Kernkrat, they're sort of hanging back. And we do get a Pantherfort hit fairly fast for Badash, leveraging his early fuel control here. And this does tend to be, shall we say, one of the major two directions typically see with breakthrough builds. Either they go, like, for fast Stooks, or they try to go for fairly fast Panther 4s. Crusader cruiser finished. Don't see it as much with the Luftwaffe company and say a fast build with them. That's mostly in part because the build currently isn't that good. Moving forward here for the fuel point, Vickers this time should be ready to halt them. Sappers also on the move here. Advancing, and there you go, responding to the German incursion in the south here. Center remaining still fairly static. Crusader on the move here, being upgraded to the Crusader Mark III. Meanwhile, we got Badash's Panther around to support the frontline Panzertruppe. Foot guards there. Oh, Panzertruppe, Panzergrenadier. North here, Crusader striking here. Crusader being, or Panther 4 being dispatched northwards alongside the Pack 40. Crusader in a bit of a tough spot here, getting Panther fausted. And there you go, Panther 4 going for it. Panzer 4 gets great shot on the Crusader. Pack 4 landed as well here. And oh my god, may just have, well, after that he's realised he pushed his Crusader into a really bad spot here versus Badash, clearly underestimating how quickly Badash got out of Panther 4 and pays the price as his Crusader tank will definitely not be committing to any more Crusades. Panzer there flanking around here. Sabers being forced off. Back here, forcing healing, got those foot guards, the sections on the move. So we'll have to see what happens next. Probably another Crusader. Could also go for more foot guards. Yep, more foot guards here, more bazookas, more Thompsons. Sapping southwards. The British didn't produce the Thompsons themselves, of course they bought them from the Americans, who pretty much asked for a very high price for them. That's actually one of the reasons they developed the Sten gun, is because at the start of the war, they didn't actually have submachine guns. They kind of thought them, a bit of a gangster weapon. So it was like, at the start of the war, they quickly realized, hang on, submachine guns are great. They initially tried to ask the Americans, but the Americans, again, wanted a lot of money for them, as the Americans weren't exactly that keen on helping the British. First, they actually developed the Lancaster, but that wasn't too popular, and so ended up developing the Sten gun, as, shall I say, cheap, easy-to-produce submachine gun. So Bit of a fun story there on submachine guns and the British. Second foot guards out there. I say, we got guards on standby. This, of course, is a big surge in the infantry from Ohmygod versus Badash. Love to see because for any Starstruppen. I'd certainly love to see some Starstruppen. Admittedly, not all Wehrmacht players are equally keen on them. The Sappers moving forward here with their Sten guns and their snazzy accents. Pioneers at the ready here. We got 438 with 331. Badash definitely leading over. Oh my god, here's Sappers pushing forward. So we got holding the Pioneers and the Panzer Grenadiers. Panther gets off a great shot. And we got a second Panther ready here for Badash. Still no signs of Starstruppen. And there go Foot Guards lining up for push in the center. We got the Panther also moving in here. Shots fired and shots absolutely dramatically with here as clouds of dust are kicked off. But no British bits in them. Vickers here, I think, will try and push a bit further forwards. Foot Guards trying to sort of stay clear of like immediate fire here from the Panther 4. Second Panther 4 dispatching southward sea. Foot Guards could move south as well. We've got a section occupying one of the beach houses. Pioneers, they're being met with fierce fires. The Foot Guards swing up. The MD4 setting up. Vickers setting up return here, but there's no anti-tank support for that one. So that actually means the Panther 4 could strike into that. MD4 racing into that as well. A lot of maneuvering in the far south now. We got the Panther 4 striking the southern Sappers here. And now we got the Foot Guards here going for a deep flank here around his line. Pioneers get wiped out. Clearly wasn't paying attention. This is actually a great kill here for Ohmygod. And there you go. The Foot Guards are going at it here. Grenades being chucked, but it's too late. The Foot Guards have already definitely jumped down. There you go. Light gun bomb. Grenadiers narrowly get up, but they take immense amounts of damage here. And he's going to try and get a white pill. He's forced to retreat very good here. Pushing forwards. Machine gun force back as well here. The Foot Guards are rampaging through here. A British sledgehammer just wrecking through here. The dry wood wall of the German army here. That was clearly his flank there. Good read tactically by Ohmygod. Sensed the weakness and exploited it beautifully. Forcing a full retreat here. The Panther 4 was just very much hastily pushed back here by the Foot Guards. That number of bazookas on the flank, that would have been a bad omen for the Panther 4. Still no Starstruppen. Schulzen. As for OMG, we got a 17-pounder gun. Alrighty. This is definitely going places now, isn't it? Panther 4 getting the section, utterly obliterating there. Jenkins, as he takes a high explosive shells there, right to the face. Mine goes off. He almost taking out the entire section, leaving only one man alive. Talk about some luck there for OMG. Badash in the German army does not believe in luck. He only believes in Kruppstil. Other Panther 4 that's good to go, adding the Pinmut machine gewehr. Still no sign of Starstruppen or Schützen or anything like that. Vickers there pushed back here. Badash wants vengeance for the previous humiliation as the Foot Guards just went on a bender there. We got the Fessen truck there moving forwards, towing that 17-pounder gun. Forcing healing here. Foot Guards on the move again. The Fessen, by for those wondering, was a Canadian truck that was used by the British Army. In fact, the Canadians actually provided a fair bit there for the British in terms of designs. In fact, some of the more popular upgrades for some of the vehicles, like the Wasp for the Universal Carrier, for example, were actually Canadian conversions in the first place that caught on overall. Fun fact. Foot Guards moving forwards here. Again, Thompsons and bazookas. Snazzy accents. Pioneers there. Caught out in the open here. We got the infantry opening up here in the Foot Guards. Narrowly managed to spread them out so they don't all become pinned down immediately. 17-pounder gun out. The ready. Panther 4's about to take a hell of a hit. There we go. Massive armor piercing shell that goes right through it. Almost got the Panther 4 here. Can he take it out? Looks like no. Lucky here for Badash. Now on the hand. Yeah, we've got Schützen up. 2 thumbs up to that. Foot Guards though getting wrecked here. Taking too much down from the Panther 4 and all to the Grenadiers. Vickers still halts that flank. And interesting enough, he didn't try to flank up behind the 17-pounder gun. And here, he active falls back towards the Fessen, has been upgraded to an ambulance. A lot of happenings here. A lot of happenings. Worth noting, we're not seeing additional tanks. And the fact he's going for the 17-pounder gun here on top of the Foot Guards has me thinking that, oh my god, is thinking big. In particular, he's thinking like, you know, the Black Prince. Grenadiers pinned down here by the Vickers. Up north here, Panther 4 ripping through the Sappers there like a dog ripping through treats. Or a cat ripping through anything innocent and fluffy that isn't another cat. MU4 through there, pushing back the Vickers. 17-pounder gun being repositioned. Foot Guards almost fully reinforced, good to go again. Fresh troops here, also fresh for another offensive. Panther Force to find where he can soonish go for the Tiger Tank. He hasn't gone for the Blitzkrieg ability yet. Panther Force doing what they can here, and we're still not seeing any Starstruppen, are we? Oh, we are finally getting some Starstruppen. 2 thumbs up. 17 pounding gun ready, and there you go. Hell of a hit here on the Panther 4. Can you get out there before the man load up another shot and light that Panther 4 up like a lighter? No! Massive blow to Bad Ash. One of his Panther 4s just got absolutely brewed up like a kettle of tea from Scotland after a drunken bender. Panther 4, they're falling back. Pioneers being forced off as well here. Starstorm ready, providing here with a more elite infantry element for Bad Ash. And the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division. Mix of T-43s and MT-42. Fresh forces there being poured into Zen here. Now with that loss of the Panther 4, Ohmygod is clearly feeling more confident. 17, got the Black Prince there lined up. Ken Crown in the south, Grenadier moving forwards. So, fairly like decent force right now for OMG there with 2 foot guards, 17 pounder gun, a mix of infantry, and of course the Vickers and the Sappers. Foot guards occupying one of the beach houses, Panther 4 though, ready to try and evict those bloody British. You know how it is, Friedrich. Once the British move into your neighborhoods, soon all be gone. I mean, literally, so bomb it to hell. Grenades off an MD-42, almost wiping it. Foot guards quick to occupy here. Foot guards, they're holding out. Back at base again. It does feel like we are just moments away here from the Black Prince here from OMG and the British forces here. Foot guards there. Well, actually not foot guards, but Grenadiers flanking with a grenade assault here. Plenty of those shield hand grenades going off here. Vickers crew suffering massive trauma there as the shock waves rip through. And this closer here to the German base. Foot guards going at it versus the MP-40 Grenadiers. Thompsons versus Machine and Pistol and Field-Sick. And there you go, more grenades to the foot guards, taking an absolutely brutal beating there, almost being wiped out here. Panther 4 providing an excellent base of fire. And now we got the Starstorm Veterans one there, closer to the front line. Hectic fighting here, things turning back and forth here across this central road. Sappers moving up here as well. Their Grenadiers now moving into them, taking a lot of damage. You could see a wipe here on the MP-40 Grenadiers. He's not paying attention, and Bad Ash here suffers a full wipe on the MP-40 Grenadiers. Great kill here for Ohmygod. We got the other squad moving forward, 17 pounder gun there, desperately holding on here. MP-40 Grenadiers though might go down, but the Starstorm of course are a great source of damage here from Bad Ash and Deutschland. There you go. Steel hand grenade with fragmentation seems going off here, ripping through the 17 pounder gun crew, but somehow they survive, mostly probably through the defensive properties of all the other corpses stacked up around them. And there you go, Vickers saves the day, but that's not before a Sapper squad though gets absolutely mown down. MD-4 sitting up here trying to apply more pressure, probably should pull back that 17 pounder gun if possible. He's also bleeding out a lot here, which does delay his Black Prince here. And this might sort of be the tactical area right now by OMG, like he's clearly setting up for the big tank, but the way he's committing to the engagement makes it very hard for him to go for it. So I get he wants to hold the center here, but he also wants to go for the Black Prince, like something needs to give here. But there you go, almost got the Panther 4 there with the 17 pounder gun, which is now close to Vichy 2. Far south here, Ken Crowd on the move again, trying to sneak up here on OMG's right flank. We got 222 versus 394. Northern pumping seats by those Panzer Grenadier, and now we got a Sturmpanzer out here for Bad Ash. Deciding he wants something with a bit more oomph here, the Sturmpanzer 4, which was developed in part response to the lessons the German army learned in Stalingrad, where they realized they needed something heavily armored with a big gun to blast through the urban terrain. They actually developed a, well, similar weapon of the Panther 3, known as the Sturm, I think, Infantry Panzer? Sturm, something like that. I can't quite remember the name of the at the moment. Or Sturm Infanteriegeschütz, I think that was it actually. That was, you know, looked very similar but less sloped armor. Very much an intermediate solution there, but what's used there in Stalingrad? Actually, it's used beyond Stalingrad. But the Sturmpanzer would, shall we say, be a further development of that concept. So, fun fact there. Fun fact. Moving forward here with a Sturmpanzer 4. Note this is an early model. Later models would see, for example, something addition like a whole machine gun. To help further as infantry. We got here the engineer detachments, the Ford repair assembly. Very good. Of course, he still needs the manpower for that Black Prince. We can see there OMG getting a bit less active at the moment here. That also helps that Bad Ash isn't hitting him as hard here. Starstorm at 82, sehr gut. Or bloody awful if you're the British. MP40 gunners bring up towards the center because they're ready to hose those Germans with a good old helping of British lead. MG40 staying up to support here the advance here as he clearly wants that fuel hill here back to Bad Ash, the baddest of ashes. But yeah, the Sturmpanzer is enough was called instead of the Tiger tank here. I guess it's more like the defensive nature, and it felt like the Sturmpanzer is, well, cheaper compared to the Tiger tank by a fair bit, so why not go for that one? And still, like, you know, get that frontline smashing element in there. Of course, he may end up regretting that once the Black Prince, you know, eventually arrives. Of course, he may want to get in some more Starstorm eventually, or some other troops like the Panzer Grenadiers here. Grenade assault again here on the 17-pounder gun. That's it. The Kratos position does make the grenades as fake. Got the infantry John. There we go. We got the Sturmpanzer moving ahead with a bunker-busting barrage. Turns out he's even better against things that aren't bunkers. He's actually trying to recruit even as getting bombarded. I'd say that is a bit ambitious, acting wasting manpower here for OMG. Obviously, you don't really see the Sturmpanzer a lot, so don't blame him for not expecting it, but certainly a lesson learned. But I also think, again, this highlights also a bit the issue is where he's been finding his engagement again, like he bled out so much. They're trying to fight for this particular spot of terrain that, again, his Black Prince has just been so significantly delayed here. Definitely a bit of a flaw here, I think, in his battle plan. Troops are getting ready for the next push. Meanwhile, Badass, of course, here, hot on the heels of that explosive success, keeps up the advance here. The Sturmpanzer is absolutely wreaking havoc here, backed up with the Panther 4 here, decimating lines here of the 7th Armored Division. Western Point, he sees for the Kettencard. We got 351, 201. Foot Guards at the ready, half eight of Echelon 3, other Foot Guard squad close to Echelon 2. Popping back here.
Tide is turning. The enemy is in the lead.
Oh, there you go. He's close. He just wants to, like, make sure, like, you know, how much longer you wait for that. But again, that can be the, you know, the danger of trying to set up for those really big, expensive tanks. Like, if you do it at the wrong time, the wrong way, you'll make it a lot more difficult than, say, just pushed out for a bunch of medium tanks, at which stage you might actually make it a bit easy for yourself in the long term, because the tanks can help you absorb all the damage the infantry would suffer, instead of actually making the manpower bleed less intense. It's kind of one of those little things to keep in mind. But there you go. Black Prince out here. That's going to be a hell of a headache here, of course, for Bad Ash. Sturmpanzer, definitely not ready for that. Machine gun, they're getting the brunt of it for now. Foot Guard pushing up here. Grenades being chucked on the enemy forward to the Gammon bomb up. Could see a wipe here. Almost had the enemy forward to grenade on the other Grenadier squad. Almost wiping it out as well here. Lot of luck here for Bad Ash. Sturmpanzer, though, getting up the machine gun. Black Prince moving forwards. Panzer Grenadiers versus Foot Guards. Thompsons versus Sturmgewehrs. Black Prince advances. Great shot on the Sturmpanzer. Pack 40 being hauled forwards here, but a single Pack 40 and a Panzer 4 may not be quite enough to halt the advance here of the Black Prince. Foot Guard moving forwards here. There we go. Heavy damage being inflicted here on the Sturmpanzer. Close to 82, but it is also, in fact, is 82, but also close to death. And there you go. Sturmpanzer kaput. Foot Guards forced away. Now there's just the Panther 4 and a Pack to stop this infernal Regent from hell here, as it goes on an absolute bender on Bad Ash's frontline forces. Active force to go for another Pack 40 here, rather than go for the Tiger tank. Fortunately for Bad Ash, he does not to push forward to the Black Prince, like, say, destroy the Pack 40 and the Panther 4 here. Perhaps he wants to fix it up. Can't entirely fault him. But there's also a part that can't help but feel this is a missed opportunity to, like, make more progress. And particularly when you factor in, I don't think he's got any sappers. They kind of got murdered by the Germans doing all the previous fighting. Starstorm there at the front line, though, but right into Vickers. They find their initial frontline push swiftly thwarted. Pack cancelled, as I think he realizes, okay, my opponent is not going to punch my nose in as hard as I initially thought he would, and now I can go for the Tiger tank. I imagine that is roughly Bad Ash's thought process, though perhaps, of course, with less implied violence towards his nose. Panzer's going for the northern fuel point, as Sex is going for the northern victory point here. Panther 4 with Pack support moving ahead here against Ohmygod. There we go. Panther 4 shoots. Heavy fun here. There we go. Another gun bomb off. Do we have any samples on the way here? Yes, we do. They are absolutely critical here, of course. Foot Guards getting more, but the Panther 4's not having an easy time of it either. And there you go, Panzer Grenadiers all went, but they're now Ace Foot Guards. As is definitely a hefty concentration of elite infantry now for OMG. I feel like he needs to like try and prod more on the southern beach as well here. Back to OMG, we got the Tiger tank got ready to meet the Black Prince. Things are about to really heat up here before to caught with the Black Prince. Panzer IV shoots, bounces off the Black Prince's over 100mm thick frontal armor. And the Panzer IV, though, is halfway to the ace level. Foot Guards here, though, caught the Grenadiers and decided to actually avoiding Bad Asher's Schützenmine. They're very close, but they are, of course, now about to run to the Starstruppen. With one Merch Grenadier there. Foot Guards here, though, caught by the Tiger tank. The Tiger tank, though, misses. The Foot Guards do not. Because they're joining in here. Black Prince finally repaired, and he, of course, will need more sappers, of course. Thanks to Armoured, he can more easily just churn out sappers to repair his stuff. That, of course, is a small bonus here. We also worth know, of course, we do have designate targets. So that could make any engagement here for Bad Ash a lot more painful. There you go. Vickers takes a direct hit here from the and for Allsworth, no, he's actually managed to get to veterans in 1, which means the reinforcement cost of nearby units actually gets cheaper. That's a very handy little ability on the ambulance. One which the Wehrmacht ambulance of course also has, but it also provides cheap or fast reinforcement as well there. Good shot. Well, I was about to say good shot, then I realised I hadn't missed it, so I retract that statement. Panzer Grenadiers moving forward here. Black Prince flying away, Tiger tank on the move here. Foot Guards at the ready. Starstorm advancing, backed up with the Tiger tank here. Looks going to be a hefty push here from Bad Ash. The Foot Guards take a hell of a beating there. Half the squad gone in the blink of an eye. Starstorm moving forward here with a shock assault. We got artillery caught in the British forces. Oh, it's a bombing run here. Actually, we got the Foot Guards going forward. Black Prince almost wiped the Starstruppen. Foot Guards forced to withdraw here. They're going incendiary bombing run, lighting the fields behind the Black Prince on fire. To no much avail. Shooting there. Could go for the Panther IV. No. OMG once more falls back. Tiger tank pack forward in the move here. Vickers section in reserve here. There you go. Good shot from the Black Prince. Almost ready to shoot that. Tiger tank bounces off the Black Prince's armor. Back here. Troops getting ready for the next big push. Panther IV moving forwards here, lining up for another push. An additional fun side fact is that the Panther IV with armored side scope was actually commonly mistaken for a Tiger tank because of the untrained eye at a distance. With the armored side scopes, it sort of roughly had the same profile as the Tiger tank, which resulted in some cases, Allied forces both, on the west and the eastern front would report a lot more Tiger tanks destroyed than the Germans actually had in the area. And of course, some troops probably just run off at the start of Panzer IV thinking, oh my god, we're up against the Tiger tank. So, few fun facts. The ambulance running about here, it's been doing fairly well here for OMG. And there you go. Panzer push here, we got the Foot Guards other again. Both ace level, by the way, meaning they are, again, fairly durable. And of course, they also got the staggered shot ability here. Panzer they're taking 5 Foot Guards, slightly withdrawing here towards the ambulance again there. Section being held up with ME42, and still not a lot of action in the south here. From either side. And again, fairly common for this map, as most people tend to prefer finding out more, of course, the north side of the map. So we've got 144s, 276 here. Bit of a standoff. We got the Black Prince of HE2. Panther IV there being repaired. More Panzer Grenadier here for OMG. Not saying more Starstruppen. But by the way, the ones who do have at ace level, they also become fairly tough, gentlemen. Also worth noting, he keeps merging with them. Very smart way of just keeping the reinforcement cost down. Panzer Grenadier scored right around the corner here. Either way, though, say the key element is just gets more infantry. Again, obviously would love more Starstorm because I think they're absolutely bloody awesome, but hardly... Oh, he's charging in there. That's it, the Foot Guards are bunch up. A staggered shot, the right note could be quite good. He doesn't have the munitions for it. There you go, Grenade Assault here. Foot Guards are racing forward. There you go, getting caught in the Grenade Assault. Half the section, in fact more than that, just absolutely get torn to shreds in a shower of shrapnel and concussive blasts here. Up north, the Black Prince here is not really doing much, honestly. I guess the southern move here caught all his attention, and now that's gone completely pear-shaped. Meanwhile, Badass Atlantic has forced another push here for the centre against the British forces section, being forced back. Tiger Tank, Panzer Grenadiers leading the way here. Direct hit from the Black Prince. Tiger Tank shoot bounces. Black Prince turning its mighty 17-pounder gun on the Tiger Tank here. Panzer's flying around there. Good shot. Tiger Tank misses. More fighting here. Continues there. Going another great hit from the Black Prince. Tiger Tank finally gets a shot through. Ace Panther 4 doming up for the centre, forcing him to commit his foot guard before they fully reinforced. The lack of tanks again is not helping out here. Partly because again of the intense manpower, bleeding is suffered because again I think he just kind of ended up picking the wrong engagements without tanks. Machine they're being wrecked. Black Prince versus the Tiger Tank. Great shots there. Black Prince close to the 53. Panther 4 suffering a full volley of bazooka fire here. Another great shot there from the Black Prince. Almost got Bad Ash's Tiger Tank. Foot guards racing down the centre. Fairly risky manoeuvre. Right into the waiting Starstruppen, who with MD42 and G43 fire let loose. But there you go. Panther 4. More damage inflicted. Black Prince on the move again. Foot guards popping like gun bombs. The Starstruppen pushing out into the open. Black Prince rolling ahead. Starstruppen finally given permission to withdraw here. And there you go. An incendiary bombing run here as Badass is frantically looking to prevent a breakthrough here and is willing to commit to any means, including, I don't know, dropping incendiary bombs pointlessly on the, asphalt anyways. Yeah, still not a lot of action in the south here. More sappers on the way there for him as he lost another sapper section. Black Prince once more in diny repairs. Tiger Tank repaired. Panther 4 Ace they're being repaired. Starstruppen healing up. Tiger Tank close to 52. Further up north here, British advance is encountering Panzer Grenadier base resistance, but they got a lot of veterans here, and crucially, a lot of Bren guns. The Panzer Grenadiers are being made pretty short work of here, since they lack any experience themselves. Now the Panzer could force back. We got the Foot Guards launching another sortie for the British Empire, looking to claim the fuel on the hill here.
100 points remaining.
Mine goes off here, killing Terrence and Reginald. Ambulance moving forwards again. Black Prince they're being fixed up. Yeah, he does need more tanks as well there. I mean, again, the ambulance does help keep the reinforcement corps somewhat down here for Ohmygod, but I know he needs tanks as well to further help keep reinforcement corps down. Fresh Panther already here though for the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division as the 26th Panzer Division continues to feed armor towards the Panzer Grenadier Division. As most Panzer Grenadier divisions really didn't have a lot of tanks, they typically had like a battalion of Stooks, so sometimes they might have, for whatever reasons, a battalion of tanks. An actual Panzer battalion. Fun fact.
This should hold you for now.
We're waiting.
Black Prince moving forwards again there, close to 53. Are we finally getting some more tanks? The answer to that would appear to be no. 260 versus 99. Black Prince there creeping around the corner, opens up the Starstruppen. Good shot there, but we got the Pack 4 to return the favour here with a shot right through a weak spot there. Meanwhile, Badass here going for a deep flank with the Panther Force. Thumbs up. Where to pop a Blitzkrieg maneuver. I mean, he's got the munitions for it, and smoke bombs, and incendiary bomb run. I think could pull off like a really good push here. As it is worth noting here, like, oh my god, it's just not covered his flanks with mines a lot there, particularly around here. There, going nice deep flank here. This is a very solid move about Ash. 2 thumbs up. I think this would be a great time to pop Blitzkrieg and then go in for the fatherland here. Pops. Oh, yeah. Got hit here by a staggered shot here. That was not good. Could have deployed Smokey to cover his Panther 4. That was a slip up there by Badass in the greater moment. Like, no Blitzkrieg, again, no ability usage. Could, just try popping focused fire, so at least, get some more damage in there. And there's also a lack of infantry support here, so, yeah, that was not ideal. It looked like it was going to be something great, instead of costing him his ace Panzer 4. That'll definitely be one posthumous Knight's Cross. There we go, incendiary bomb run here. Could this be the move? Panzer's moving up here across the hill. This looks like it could be it. Just been caught here in a sea of fire. Appearing out of nowhere, almost got the section. Panzer's being mauled here. No Blitzkrieg, Tiger Tank, no Vexy 2 now at least. Sappers there being mauled. Black Prince doing what he can here. Panther 4 finally coming to the fight again. We got the Foot Guards here appearing. from the beaches here. Oh, we got the Panther on the flank here. The Starstruppen the other back at base. Foot Guards there, they're getting absolutely pulverized by Badash's Panzerwaffe here. Giving one Foot Guards section alive. Here we got the Black Prince Ace Low, and he's gone for another 17-pounder gun. I certainly admire his commitment to the 17-pounder gun. I definitely think it's a bad choice here, but I do still feel like he needs some tanks to help absorb some more of the manpower damage that I've got like putting on his infantry here. That's just my opinion anyways. Pack forward is the Black Prince. He's turning around the 17-pounder gun to engage the Tiger Tank. Going for the Black Prince now. Does he have any grenades here? That would be pretty handy. Looks like he does not have research grenades here. That's fairly lucky there for Badash's Tiger Tank. Otherwise, the 17-pounder and Black Prince combo there could have knocked it out. In fact, it suffers immense amount of damage. Now the Star's moving in there. But a hell of a hit there from the Black Prince. Does wonders there on the Starstruppen. Almost wiping them out. In fact, here. Oh, God, Himmel. Not the Starstruppen. Close call there for Badash. And there you go. Another hit here from the 17-pounder gun. Causing immense damage here to the Panther IV. Black Prince back to being repaired here. Steady advance up the centre with the Northern Victory Point. Grab your British or German forces here. Sadly not much blitzkrieg here from Badash. Sadly not much of that. Pack being recruited here. Pulling back the truck there for refitting to open up for some more resources. Oh, there's the Foot Guards by the ambulance. Now, eventually too, actually. Spicy. Black Prince on the move here. Realizes he can't afford to wait around much longer here versus the Germans. He sends the Black Prince forwards. Guards advancing. Fair amount of kills to their name. Machine gun falling back. We've got the Black Prince, of course, still in support here. Pushing onto the hill with his own enemy footing again. The south side, he's just not seeing a lot of action. There's also Kettenkrat down there. Not that it's particularly relevant. Machine gun versus the Black Prince. Saps the pin down. Up north here, Foot Guard versus the other machine gun. He needs, like, I think, get in closer with the Black Prince. He needs to, like, get around the machine gun, because otherwise, in heavy cover, it's going to be difficult for the Black Prince to just easily deal with it. It's fast enough. He could deploy smoke with the Black Prince to cover the sappers. There you go, wreck the car. The machine gun is now just firing point blank at it. Tiger Tank on the move again. Panther's almost good to go as well. Foot Guards moving in. There you go. Panzer's caught up with the Vickers, pushing for that fuel hill here. Panzer gun here. Starstruppen. Another push from the 15th Panzer gun neutral, and we got another set of incendiary bombing runs here. Close to this, cluster of support weapons. Starstruppen, Panzer versus the Foot Guards here. Kind of missing the 17-pounder gun, which is very fortunate here for Ohmygod. And back to him. Need to turn around the 17-pounder gun, goes to the advancing Tiger Tank. 200 points left here for him. Heavy fun here with the fuel hill. Grenades, they're being chucked. Oh, Starstruppen suffers immense damage. No casualties, but that is a definite retreat order there executed. Wisely, I think, of Badash. We've got the Tiger Tank on the hill. 17-pounder gun turning around again. And we finally got a tank out here of OMG that is the Black Prince, which then proceeds to shoot its own with its first hit and killing some poor bastard.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
That is a hell of a start there for that tank.
Stand to, lads. One needed.
Black Prince there being fixed up again.
Victory point.
Pushing for the hill again. The south side is just seeing no action. But there you go. Driving ahead as a target to the Pack 40, of course, is a pretty bad idea for the Crusader, almost losing it immediately. It does allow a free shot from the 17-pounder gun onto the Tiger Tank. I guess that's scout out the hill and what is on it, so he could still go for the flank here.
What should we do next?
Well, he probably should commit a bit more to the assault. Instead of just one Foot Guard section that gets blasted by the Tiger Tank or the Panther IV here. More troops being poured in, 17-pounder moving forwards, Crusader being fixed, Black Prince being up north here. Machine guns aren't caught up by this. South side still wide open here. Machine gun takes a hell of it from the Black Prince. Rushing forwards, the 17-pounder gun here with the ambulance Foot Guards on the hill here. Black Prince getting shot up by the Tiger Tank, Pack 40 getting ready here. Another massive wave of German troops here. Panzergrenadier Starstorm charging towards them as well. We got Vickers fire strafing anyone trying to get close here. Foot guards on the hill though are taking a hell of a hit. And we got the Black Prince versus the Tiger. Both ace level, and so far the Black Prince is winning here over the Tiger tank. Foot guards though force away the Starstorm, and the Panzergrenadiers surge across the hill here. Rushing ahead here. Violence in the hearts. Bad Ash is stopping for nothing except total victory. Or an order to retreat. Grenades being chucked here. On the ambulance. One explosive hit. Starstorm push back. Yep. Panzer pushing forwards. Sappers advancing. Panzer's also up there. Troops reinforcing. We got 186 for 62 here. The fight remains pretty tense. Panther 4 trying to breach onto the beaches. Instead, breaches onto a mine and suffers a catastrophic engine damage. My god, some mechanics are going to kill us! At least we aren't driving a Panzer! Panzer. Oh, scheiße, I can't pronounce it properly with this accent. Anyways, grenade here on the machine gewehr. Wiping it out here. Finally, Badass realizing maybe he's the one who should do something on the beaches and is catching OMG. Definitely quite unprepared. As a Knight Churchill, he clearly does not intend to fight the Germans on the beaches. That said, thanks to the mine here, the Crusader gets the upper hand of the Panther 4, leaving a smoldering ruin. Great kill here for Bad or Black. For oh my god, on Black. Bad Ash, Jesus. This match is quite going off. Also, someone's like in the background there, I think a delivery guy. Some stuff for my brothers. I was like, you know, briefly also out of my mind track there. Another Starstorm squad. 2 thumbs up. Of course, more armor honestly would also be a very good idea here for Bad Ash rather than just relying on a single Tiger tank. We got 172 with 62 here. Fresh wave of German troops here. Or British troops, not German. There's that from Hanover. Anyways, Panzer Starstorming 40 casting troops out in the open here. Up north, we got the Black Prince on the move. Starstruppen. Tiger tanks heading out. Black Prince moving forwards. Machine gun takes a letter from the Black Prince. Tiger tank, ace moving forwards there. We got 163 versus 62. Tiger gets off a good shot there. We got a big concentration of British forces, sappers, foot guard section, Vickers, anti-tank guns, and, well, Black Princes and Crusaders. The more troops moving about here. 156 versus 62. Match continues not to slow down here. Vickers caught here by the Starstormen, and we got the Shock Assault Squad ability which prevents them from getting suppressed, but they do take more damage because suppression also means, you know, they actually take less damage for a brief while. But there you go. Machine gun then forced back by the Starstorm as they focus on the Panzer Grenadiers. Foot guards versus the Starstorm. You turn around here. Could see a light gun bomb here up north here. Tiger tank. Added versus the Black Prince. The Crusader tank here. Pack 40 is all the way back. As I said, not helping. Starstorm, Panzer Grenadiers here. Ripping through the foot guards here and sending a bombing run on the 17 pounder gun there. Lighting up the crew here. And there you go. Foot guards getting absolutely mauled by the Starstorm. Almost got the Crusader tank here, but it doesn't have to survive. Sappers, though, are about to meet their end, and there you go. Both sapper sections getting slaughtered. Starstorm there, stossing their way through. 17 pounder gun being overrun. Both Black Prince and Crusader in a terrible state, and there you go. Got the 17 pounder gun crew against Starstorm. Aces there, need to retreat. The Ritter CoH3 at this point, that's for sure. That's probably what's making them so tough at this point. It's just the sheer number of metals they're carrying around there. Grenade on the other Starstorm squad. Only one man survives. Crusader rushing back here. Ambulance almost knocked out but survives narrowly the splash damage of the 88mm high close shell here. And that we got GG here. GG. And there you go. Game over. That was a fairly intense match here with some, well, interesting tactics here. A lot of foot guards, a lot of 17 pounder guns, and I don't think again what he did was right. I think it's just more the application, like around the mid moment there, he's going for that Black Prince. Like what he should have done is like, you know, just set it up here and like trying to just hold a really good spot there ensued, but also one that required him to like, you know, expend a lot of manpower. I think he had to be more smart there. He actually would have tried to go for more to the south side here, try and dig in here, like switch things around here, force his opponent to come into him. I think in more defensible terrain, perhaps. But I would crucially just not bleed so heavily while he was setting up for the Black Prince. But the way he set up, he rather required him to bleed a lot to make it work. And I think, gave Badass just enough time. So Badass, I think, could have definitely fought to flank more through the north or the south. Could have used smoke, for example. He had a lot of munitions, but there was like no smoke here, or blitzkrieg. Could have used, more speed and offensive, disruption for his own attacks here. So there's definitely, I think, some room for improvement for both players there, but certainly it was a pretty brutal and exciting engagement nonetheless, but there's definitely some room for improvement. Certainly also, Ohmygod could be more active here and simply Badass here. But again, I won't deny that it does tend to be a bit of a patty with a lot of players. They tend to just not like fighting on the beaches, in part because of the way this kind of like looks down at everything here, making it a bit tough. There's certainly some room, I think, there for improvement on the map in the future. But anyway, though, hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, but not your enemies. You can also support the Propagandacaster by donating or pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Links, and cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.